Hello everyone, welcome back to the infamous Adventures remake of Space Quest 2. So I'm just catching up on a couple of comments that I missed. One person pointed out that if you try to talk to this hunter...
These creatures are genetically bred, rigorously trained to subdue the most threat.
Yeah, I think we saw that before. If you try to talk to him...
Hi. My name's Roger. Roger Wilco.
You do get a close-up of its face. It just growls at you. It doesn't seem to be particularly talkative. But yeah, it is pretty obviously based on the Predator. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, and the same person I think mentioned that on the screen, that's one screen up from here, there's an Easter egg here. Now, I'm assuming the Easter egg is what happens if you look at the tree here.
This tree marks a trail that leads south through the underbrush to the hunter's hideaway. A complex crimson symbol has been drawn into the wood.
I don't see a symbol there.
It's drawn in hunter code. You wouldn't be able to recognize it unless you're a hunter.
Now, I don't know what that's a reference to. Is that a reference to Predator? Because I actually haven't seen the Predator movies. I'm aware of them, but I haven't actually seen them, so maybe there's some kind of or maybe it's a reference to something else. I don't know.
The tree does not feel unusual.
Hey, tree! I hope you realize that by marking the alien's path, you are an alien collaborator. When justice comes, you will not be spared.
The symbol on the tree smells of blood. Indications suggest that the red marking the hunter used was not paint. Let's not give it a taste test.
All right. So yeah, I'm assuming that's the Easter egg, 'cause they couldn't find anything else here that really...
A dense forest separates you from the shuttle platform. You get dizzy.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything else here that seems to indicate an Easter egg, so I'm assuming this is a reference to something. Feel free to let me know what it is a reference to, because I didn't catch it. I'm not up on my pop culture. Anyway, let's get... Oh!
Drats! Vohal's troops have tracked you down and passed sentence for your escape. Tough luck, eh?
I guess that's what happens if you hang around in this room for too long. Way to get zapped, wingnut. Alright. Ooh, your new hairstyle is shocking to say the least, Roger. Alright. Okay, so where did we leave off? We left off here. That's right. So we had just gotten the
It looks like your average keycard.
Wait, no, we didn't just get this keycard. We got this keycard long ago. We got this keycard from the Crash Evercraft a long time ago. We didn't get anything from this guy's corpse. Okay, so this is...
You need to get closer.
It's that uppy downy thing that takes me to the top of things.
You can't do anything with it.
Hey, elevator, go up.
No response. You don't need to smell it, you need to use it. You might get your tongue stuck. It wouldn't be the first time.
Alright, so I guess
The visible means of opening this door appears to be a keycard slot.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's this red thing here. So, okay, let's go ahead and stick the keycard in the slot. I do appreciate this remake having hotspots. You see in the upper left corner of this cursor for the keycard, it shows you what the active point is, which is very useful because the thing that I'm trying to click on appears to be literally about 1 pixel in size. So, you know, if you didn't see that the upper left corner of the keycard was the hotspot, you might, you know, sort of try clicking like this or like that or something. You might have a hard time figuring out where the hotspot is. So it's actually pretty useful.
You slide the keycard into the slot, then remove it. As soon as the elevator door closes behind you, the platform on which you rest begins to rise.
I guess that's what elevators do.
The sky is quite clear and blue.
Is it really? Seems pretty cloudy to me. I mean, there's a blue patch here, but it seems like it's mostly actually pretty cloudy.
You are on a landing platform. A shuttle sits quietly nearby. You see lush growth all around. The shuttle is your ticket to somewhere else. Just what you need to get off this planet.
Alright.
You climb into the shuttle through the rear entrance.
That was also a lot harder in the original game because you had to figure out where exactly the entrance was. Alright, is there anything interesting to see here?
Aside from the door you entered, the rear of the shuttle is uninteresting. Everything looks automatic. The panel is loaded with clusters of system status indicators. There is a power button, an attitude dial, and an ascent thruster button. It's the view screen. Looking out of it will show you stuff that's outside.
That is true.
In your face, Labion! I escaped!
Not yet.
It smells like the...
Not today. I've got better things to do, like getting to Vohal's fortress and foiling his diabolical plans.
Alright, seems like Roger's in a hurry, so... I also noticed they removed that phallic-looking lever that was in the original. I think I commented on the original, like Roger had a control lever that was right between his legs, and I thought it looked a little bit deliberately phallic, but they seem to have removed it here. I don't know if that was a deliberate decision or if they just thought it looked better like this, but anyway. Okay, you know, I'm just going to save here because I'm pretty sure I can get us killed in this shuttle here. So let's see. So I guess I pushed some of these. I think this was the power button in the original. Okay, so we have this whole control panel here. So click on power, and I guess, let's see, what happens if I just try to go forward? It's on horizontal movement now, so if I just
There
try
is
to...
no horizontal control until minimum altitude has been achieved.
Okay, so we need to change to vertical, and then...
Vertical controls are now ineffective.
Okay, need to...
The shuttle begins to vibrate as the ascent thrusters ignite.
Alright, there we go. Now we should be able to go up.
Because you are terminally weak above your shoulders, you guide the ship into the ground.
Okay, so... Crash course. Let's see if we better ship it back to Labian. Way into Labian. Okay, I did push up, so it's like one of those reverse Y-axis things where pushing forward on the controls makes you go down, which kind of makes sense to some extent if you're flying an airplane, but doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense in this context, in my opinion. Okay, fine. Let's try this again. So, okay, so you don't push up, you push down to go up. So, power on. Alright, fine. Power's on. Switch to vertical navigation, turn on the thrusters, and pull the lever down to go up.
You feel the ship begin to lift off.
Look at his smug smile. He's so smug, so pleased with himself because he figured out how to operate the shuttle. Alright, seems to be working. I appreciate what they've done with the... if you see what's happening here, you can see the outside is getting progressively darker as we leave the atmosphere. And we kind of make the transition
You're off the planet! Good work, Roger!
To outer space as we escape Xenon's exosphere. That's actually quite a nice touch. It's obviously something they couldn't have done with the original game, because the original game didn't have a nuanced enough color palette. So I like what they've done with the colors here. It's kind of a nice touch. I mean, it's a small thing, but it's little touches like that that really make the difference in a game like this. Okay, so we're off the planet.
Altitude achieved. Ascent thrusters are now ineffective.
The screens are suddenly splashed with the incredible, horrible image of Sludge Vohal.
Okay, so in the original game, you had to start the horizontal movement and wait a while, but I guess this remake just sort of speeds things along. You don't have to do anything else at this point except just enjoy the ride, I guess.
Hello, Roger Wilco.
Hi.
I've been waiting for you. Once again, my subordinates have failed me.
Seems that way.
Anyway, it looks like you'll be visiting me again soon.
Oh, joy.
Don't bother trying to pilot the vehicle. I have taken control. You will be arriving at my command post shortly. I anxiously await your arrival.
His image is frozen on the screens. The ship changes course as if it had a life of its own. All you can do is hold on.
That's right. Just hold on, enjoy the ride.
Through the window, you see your apparent destination, Vohal's asteroid.
That's right. Just hold on to me tonight.
The massive bay doors meet, jarring the entire vehicle bay. As you step down, the shuttle door slams shut behind you. You are quite surprised not to find several of Vohal's guards waiting to greet you. You begin to ponder what the twisted scientists might have in store for you.
All right.
Sleek, modern, Evil space layer design. Nifty.
Alright. So, why is Roger moving so slowly all of a sudden? Oh. Yeah, I think this room has a weird bug where it's like it makes him go slowly, but then if you reload the control panel screen, he goes faster again. Alright, let me save here inside asteroid.
You have reached the save game
Really?
limit. Please overwrite or delete some old one.
Alright. Gosh. Alright. Can I overwrite like this?
You have reached...
Yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. So I'm guessing if I go down here... Yeah, we come to this part.
A barrier springs up before you. Another barrier stands in your way. You feel the floor shift below you. It's moving to the left.
That it is.
Imagine, if you will, taking a bath in sulfuric acid and using pumice for a washcloth. After that bit of displeasure passes, it gets much worse, as the acid slowly eats its way to the last critical organs. Finally, merciful death takes you.
That's gotta sting. Let's think, how would a janitor get into the part of the situation? Yeah, it's a decent clue, except obviously we don't have the inventory item we need for that yet. Okay, so... just like in the original game, we need to basically go through this asteroid fortress and collect a few inventory items, and for that we'll need to ride this elevator. So they've done something with the elevator. Okay. Whoa, almost fell. Careful on those edges. Come on. There we go. So they've changed the elevators and this whole layout a little bit around. So let me go ahead and take us to floor 3 and you'll see what I mean pretty quickly. So I think I mentioned in the original game...
You have the funny feeling you're being watched.
I think I mentioned in the original game, I felt like this was a bit of a low point or a slow part of the game. Not necessarily a bad part, but, you know, in the original game, this was kind of a slog. It was kind of going through these endless corridors and just picking up stuff, and there wasn't really a lot of variety to it. So, I guess I'm not the only one who had that opinion, because they've definitely changed... This is the one part of the game where they really significantly changed the layout and the look and feel of the game. And I think that it's a good thing that they did, actually. A lot of people know me as a purist. I think I've said stuff like this before. A lot of people know me as a purist, and I am to some extent, but I do appreciate actual improvements in games. And I think this is an actual improvement, because the original part of this game, this part in the original game was kind of slow. And I feel like, again, I was not the only person who felt that way, who felt like it needed to be, you know, changed around a little bit. And I'm glad that they did. So let's see
This
what...
door is locked.
Let's see what they've created for us here. So these two doors are locked. I actually don't know this area that well. If I miss anything, let me know, because I don't remember anything about this area, so I'm just kind of winging it. I did do a little bit of stuff before the video, so I kind of have some idea of what's waiting for us here, but a lot of the stuff will be new for me, so...
This keypad looks to be a means with which to enter a code, with which to activate a mechanism, with which to open the door.
Right. Well...
Which is which?
Indeed.
The various doors here all look the same. From the ones on the upper level, which lead into various other parts of the ship, to the one on the lower deck that takes you into the hallway.
Yeah.
This door is locked.
Okay, so
this door is locked. This door is locked.
Can I not use the keypad to open it? Alright, fine. Okay, this door's open at least. Oh hey, it's the holodeck from Star Trek, obviously.
This is your standard holographic entertainment room. Youch! The yellow parts are a bit hot.
Computer?
It's not voice-activated, Roger.
How primitive.
Oh.
You think you smell the faint traces of holographic evil Lincoln. It's very subtle, however. He must have escaped recently.
What?
There's nothing to eat in here.
Alright, so...
This is the primary control panel for this room. You start pressing buttons until one of them finally opens the doors.
Okay, so that's just how we get outside. So apparently you can get inside here without a control panel, but you need the control panel to get out, which is interesting. All right, so what do we have here?
Ah, the arcade claw grabber game. Your secret addiction.
I'm not very good at these games, but I think they're specifically designed to be impossible to win. It's this whole thing about how these claw grabber games they always see in malls are actually designed to be basically impossible to get the grand prize in or the jackpot in.
Your skills at this game are of some renown. It's only self-renown, but that's good enough for you. Unfortunately, this particular machine doesn't work.
Alright, what about this one?
This stand-up unit seems to be some kind of device that displays games entirely on video. Retro doesn't begin to describe how old this game is.
They're kind of right. So,
You notice the coin slot has a screwdriver jammed in it. I guess this means you don't have to pay to play.
alright, free play.
Awesome!
Awesome indeed. So, yeah, as far as I can tell, this is real. They really did incorporate all of Troll's Tale into this game. Like, the whole thing, really. The Space Quest 3 Easter egg was just the first part of Space Quest 3, but this appears to be the entire Troll's Tale. Now, if you don't know what Troll's Tale is, it was one of Sierra's earliest games. I'm not going to read all this. It's a children's game. Like, it's literally a game for children. It's basically just, you move around like this. You just... In the original game, the original game wasn't built for a mouse. It's multiple choice with the keyboard. So you press space to toggle between usually 3 different options, and you press enter to choose one of the options. So there are options like go north, go south, pick up something. So yeah, so you'd have options here like go into the cave or go south into a field. But in this remake, always you can click with the mouse. And then sometimes there'll be stuff on the ground, like this is a flashlight. So there we go, we got a flashlight. This will help us in the cave. And I guess we can't go south from here. Can we go back up? Hello? Okay, King Mark's treasures. I have a flashlight, that's it. Did it crash or what's going on? Okay, I can exit. Weird. Okay, you know, I'm not gonna play through that in this Let's Play because it appears like it really is the whole Troll's Tale game, which is nice. I mean, on the one hand, it's nice that they put that they incorporated that into this, but I feel like it's just a little bit out of scope of this Let's Play. Maybe I'll do it as like a bonus video later, but for now, I think we should continue on with this adventure because that is going to take, like, actually playing through the whole thing is going to take some time. So let's see, what do we have here on the table?
This seems to be used for various craft-related activities. How strange.
Yeah, are arts and crafts strange to you?
You can't take it with you.
I think there's something here that we need, though.
It seems to be a cutter for glass.
There we go. This is where we get the glass
You
cutter.
take the glass cutter from the craft table. You never know when you want to cut a piece of glass.
That is true.
You start
All right. I think that's all we can get here for now. There is obviously a lower level down there, and obviously we can get there through this elevator, and yes, there is that.
You can't do anything on the bottom floor while you're on the top floor.
Okay, fair enough. Roger can't see that thing, but we can see it. And it's obviously that floor waxer that always killed you in the original game. But this door here has a key card slot next to it, so we can't get in there yet until we find a key card for it. No, the keycard that we have doesn't work, so we need to find another one from somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. And actually, I need to delete my old games. All right, so what I got a glass cutter. There we go. All right, so let's move on. And level 5.
The floor, like most things here, is so clean as to give the impression that it is unused. The writing on the wall reads Level 5. Welcome to the penthouse, Roger.
Thanks, but this isn't actually a penthouse. Okay, for some reason this isn't voiced. Some particularly deadly-looking weapons are sitting on the gun rack against the wall here. Can we take some
You
weapons?
can't get them. It turns out that they're holograms that have traveled back through time, which are out of phase with your plane of existence.
Okay,
You're
so,
thinking of Kirk.
okay, so we can't get the weapons. Alright, fine.
This control panel is used to access the force fields on the prison level. This readout looks to monitor Vohal's PAL.
PAL is what? Probably not the video protocol, and probably not the European equivalent to NTSC.
You set the monitor as low as possible, so that the system sorely underestimates how much Vohal is actually passing gas. That should ensure him a diet of nothing but beans for the rest of his days.
Okay, so it has something to do with how much Vohal is... I don't know.
Dear Lord, this man has a PAL designed for a super capital ship. It would normally need the farts of 1,000 men to function, and yet Vohal alone can keep its batteries overflowing.
I don't know what a PAL is.
This readout looks to monitor Vohal's PAL.
Do you do anything that's not associated with something gross?
Not a chance. Oh God, it's like a steaming pile of diarrhea took a crap into a load of garbage, which drank up the butt sweat from a really fat lady's chair before it crawled up your nose.
Very interesting spelling of diarrhea here. I realize that it's a difficult word to spell, but... okay.
Yeah. Let's not taste the fart monitor, fart liquor.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a force field. It's there to stop the bad guys getting out.
Alright. Does it kill me?
Ha! That tickles.
Oh.
Ha! 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 Ha!
Okay, it does not. That's interesting. I'm very surprised that the force field doesn't kill us.
This control panel...
Okay, so... So yeah, there's a force field here with 9 types of fruit on it. Well, okay, pizza's not a fruit. Okay, so 8 types of fruit and a pizza. 9 foods on it. And plum... okay, so plum, orange, and cherry.
That didn't work. Maybe the code is written down somewhere.
Yeah, so I actually didn't figure out where to get the code. I'll need to figure out that later, but that's okay. I'll do that in a future video. So yeah, we can't get through here right now. So we've seen already levels 1, 3, and 5. So 3 is where we had that games room with the Troll's Tail. 5 is where we are now. And 1 is where we are here. Does that mean we've seen everything? No, it doesn't, because another thing they did differently here is the elevators. Yeah, see this room makes you slow when you walk into it. And then if you... yeah, and then if you go into the control panel and just come back out, then you go back up to the speed you have set there.
A clear red tube with an opening in the back stands in the center of a podium in the middle of the room. You're slightly impressed by the red tubing.
Yeah, the red tubing looks pretty cool.
Living it up while I'm going down.
That is a reference to an Aerosmith song, I believe. Loving an elevator, living it up while I'm going down. Alright, so one thing they did differently here is, so level 5 here takes us to the same place as at the other side. And oh, hey.
There is a card sitting on the desk. Exciting, isn't it?
Actually, it is.
Cool, another access card. You're getting to see a lot of these.
It actually gets exciting because that's probably the card that we need to get into that door that we saw in the lower level of level 3. Okay, but yeah, as I keep saying, the thing they did differently with the elevators is, in the original game, it didn't really matter which elevator you went into, both elevators connected to all levels, but here, the right elevator goes to level 3, and this left elevator goes to level 4. So let's check out level 4. Alright, should we go left or right? I don't know, let's go to the left, what the heck. Alright, pretty cool tunnel.
Roger decides to run his eyes along the carpet. However, he takes the concept a bit too literally, and now suffers from very itchy and irritated eyeballs.
Okay, that's kind of gross. Oh hey, it's the bathroom. And yeah, both of those doors lead into the same place. Alright, so this is pretty much the same bathroom as in the original game.
Darn, another pimple. Leave the mirror alone.
What you looking at?
Get him, Roger, get him! I love it when he gets all riled up by his own reflection.
I don't see anybody else around here, so you must be looking at me.
Taxi driver reference, I guess.
You have stepped into a porcelain palace of sorts. It is obviously a restroom. A place which, in an interesting fashion, serves to exhibit the physical diversity of the universe. This thing looks rancid. Use the stall.
Okay. Not sure the stall looks a lot better.
The writing etched on the wall is in various languages. One large message reads,
The sequel police are on the ceiling. On the ceiling it says, just kidding.
The writing etched on Ken was here. So was Al, but we had to repaint afterward. The writing for a good time call Jerry. Ask for Leonard. The writing beware, the tadpole master lurks. The writing etched.
I think some of these were in the original game, but this one wasn't because this is a reference to Space Quest 4. And, you know, obviously the original Space Quest 2 came out before Space Quest 4, so before the sequel police existed, but... Alright.
The writing.
Rosello's here. Okay, obviously King's Quest 4.
The writing.
Here's a broken heart, had a save, got killed, restarted.
The writing.
Oh, watch out! A poisonous snake!
The writing.
Yeah, I don't like doing the poisonous thing because those of you who've seen my King's Quest 5 Let's Play know that I actually find Cedric to be a fairly reasonable character. If you actually don't do the silly, stupid voice for Cedric, he actually turns out to be a pretty reasonable person after all, so I don't like the way that the voice actor did Cedric, so yeah, I don't like doing that.
The writing. For a good time, call the Helmet Master.
Who's that?
The
man named Enos. Okay. Oh.
The sound comes from one of the occupied stalls, you think?
Well, it probably does. I don't think it came from the wall.
Suddenly, one of your senses downloads an extremely negative air quality report. For some reason, the name John springs to mind.
Alright. Actually read some of these. Well, this says Ken sent me, which is a reference to Leaders at Larry 1, of course. Vader owes me money, and this says... Who... Something Yoda... Yesterday? Who left a Yoda... Who left a Yoda in here yesterday? Something like that? Alright.
It's you, Roger Wilco, doing what you do best. Nothing.
We're not doing nothing. We're evacuating we're letting off our men at the port. It's an important action that everybody has to do sometimes.
The toilet paper dispenser is of the single sheet variety. It does seem to be mounted high up on the wall, though. Maybe this stall is for taller aliens? You take some of the toilet paper. You never know when it's going to come in handy.
Alright. There we go. So we have toilet paper.
These are a few sheets of pumice quality toilet paper. The access card has a picture of an ape guard on it. The glass cutter looks like it's seen a lot of use.
Alright.
Pressing this button will, wait for it, exit you from this screen. Genius gameplay, that.
Yes, sir.
Just press it, Roger.
Oh,
Smells like a button. Remember that time at band camp? No, it's just a button. Stop trying to be weird.
It's weird how many of these references I catch, even though I know that this is reference to American Pie, even though I haven't seen the movie just because this line is so famous. It's actually kind of weird how much pop culture I've absorbed without actually seeing the originating things that they originate from. Alright, so we can come out this way and you'll see, yeah, it's the two doors lead into the same space. Alright, so, oh, hey.
It's the Monolith Burger logo. Universally recognized symbol for clogged arteries.
Alright, looks like we have some more to explore. But I'm just about hitting my time limit for this video, so I'll go ahead and delete this. And I'll save as outside Monolith Burger. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for now. So in the next video, we'll obviously check out Monolith Burger, but after we've done that, there's not a lot left to this part of the game, because we already got the toilet paper and the glass cutter. What else do we need? There are a couple of other things that we need. I mean, there's the same things with the original game, so, you know, you folks know what we need. We need just a couple more things, then we're ready to start the real end game. If anybody knows how to find out the code to that door, let me know. I think I know the code. I can look it up in like another playthrough of this game, but I actually don't know how you're supposed to get the code or figure out the code. So if somebody knows, please clue me in, because I literally don't know how to get the... I think I know what the code is, but I don't know how to figure out the code. So if anybody wants to clue me in before the next video, I would appreciate it. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you all later. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Stay spacey and all that good stuff. See you in the Chrono stream as always.